What's up guys, this is Holtzman here from AAA Plays and welcome to another tutorial video. Now this is going to be a pretty in-depth tutorial this time. I'm still going to try to make it brief and to the point, but it's going to be how to make a thumbnail. Now this is how to make a Minecraft based thumbnail, and if you're looking for other types of thumbnails for other games and videos, just ask. I can do like little private tutorials on that or anything, but since I mainly work on Minecraft videos, I'm going to show you how to make a Minecraft thumbnail. All the programs required for this are free, so this is going to be like a free tutorial. The programs that we need are Minimator, Paint.net, which is a free art program, and some type of browser, such as Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox. So, what I'm going to start with is Paint.net. Once you have installed all of these programs, open up Paint.net, and all the links to our programs will be in the description. But open up Paint.net, and once you're inside, this is the start screen. So follow what I do step by step. First, click on Image, click on Canvas Size, and bring it to 1280 by 720 pixels. Make sure it's in the pixel size area. That will make it the correct size you need for making a thumbnail for YouTube. Zoom out by holding Control and scrolling the mouse wheel. Now what I do is I take out the white background. So click on this Move Selected Pixels tool, click on the background, and press the Delete key on your keyboard. It will delete the white background on here, and click down here, click add new layers. I like to add several new layers before I do anything, just so I have room to make the thumbnails. So now you're going to have to start putting in the images. So what I first do for a Minecraft thumbnail is I download a Minecraft logo. So I already have one downloaded, it's on the desktop. So hit File and click Open, and once it loads, double click on the Minecraft logo that you found. Make sure it's the PNG file so there's no white background on it. Just look up Minecraft logo PNG. All of these are PNG. You can find a really nice looking Minecraft logo. Like this one's also pretty nice. If it has a checkerboard background, that means it's PNG. It's good. This is the one I use right here, just the default Minecraft background. Okay. But if I go back into Paint.net, you can see that I have the logo. So get back the Move Selected Pixels tool, click on it, press Control C, then go back to your project area, and I would put it near the bottom, like the background layer, and press Control and V. It'll copy it in. You can drag it around, you can resize it. I like to make it go all the way across. Make sure it's like a good size. I know this seems kind of thin, you could say, but whenever you zoom out on the thumbnail, it actually looks pretty good from a distance. See? So next what you need to do is put in the name of the video. So I use a different font for this. You can pick whatever font you want, but I've downloaded this font called Growbald. That's what I use for all my thumbnails. It's by Guy Brewery. The link to it will be in the description too. And now on a layer above the Minecraft layer, because you need to see the text, it's more important than the Minecraft logo. Click on the text and change the font to whatever you want. I like to go with Growbald. So Growbald is right down here. Put it at whatever size you want. You can resize it later if it's not correct. And put in, say, thumbnail tutorial. So that's the name. I'll resize it to make sure it's the exact size for the video. For the thumbnail, I mean. And here it is. It's a little bit small. I could make it smaller by putting TN tutorial or something, but it's good to keep it like all the details you need. Put it bold, big text. Make sure people know what they're going to watch when they look at the thumbnail. So once you have that made, it looks kind of bland, right? Nothing too interesting in these letters, and it will be hard to see from a distance. So I'm gonna add some little features for my text tutorial. Click on Duplicate the layer. So that way you have two black layers. Go to the bottom layer. Oh no, stay on the top layer actually, and select it all using this magic wand tool. Click the magic wand, hold shift, and click on the black. It will select all of it. Click the line tool, and pick a big line. Switch it to white, and cover it up completely in white. Now what you can do is you can get a little blur, Gaussian blur, such as 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to put it on 5. Now it has a blur of 5. If I move this layer down using the move down feature, you can't really see the blur too well, but then you have to duplicate this white layer. Duplicate it twice, then merge it back down twice. Do this several times until you have a nice white outline on your text. I'm going to finish making this white outline. I'm not going to make it too bright right now or too thick. Now you can clearly see that it has this white border on it. And whenever we put the background on, it's going to look really nice. Now go to your black layer, and once again, hold shift and click on it. Click the gradient tool. And now you can make it whatever color gradient you want to make it show up. I like to do this little like bright orange red type thing where it does this. I'll hold shift and hold right click to reverse it, or you can hold shift and left click to make it red to yellow, but I like to do right click so that it's yellow in the middle. And holding shift makes it go in a straight line whenever you drag. So there we go, we have a thumbnail tutorial. That's the name of the letters. And it looks pretty good, I'd say. So now what you need to do is you need to go and you need to add your Minecraft character into this, right? So that is what Minimator is for. This is the interesting part. This is the opening screen when you open up Minimator. Once again, follow my steps exactly. You can click to remove that. Click background and expand all the options. Turn off ground. For sky color, change it to light green. Then click add character. And you can change the skin from here. Click this, click browse. I moved my skin to my desktop already. So if I scroll down to desktop, there's my skin. I'm going to add another character though, just to make it more interesting. I'm going to browse to my desktop, and I'm going to add Tristam's skin. So we have both our skins in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a keyframe. So you click here and click here. That way you can move your characters around. Open up position, rotation. So you can move your characters around and stuff, and rotate them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around like this and put them sort of back to back. However, you can hold left click and drag to move the screen. Or you can hold down right click and drag to move. Like, this will move it around the people, and this will just move the screen around you, right? Okay. If you hold right click and press the WASD keys, you can move around. And if you press Q and E, it goes up and down. It's really useful, and if you hold shift, it does it slower. That's just simple camera movements. First, I'm going to rotate them so that they're sort of facing the opposite way, but not really. Put them kind of back to back. I'm going to lift up his left arm. You can click on different body parts with this, and you can rotate them individually. However, I like to not rotate this right away. I like to keep it at 0. Keep it at 0, and rotate the Z instead. Rotate the Z to -90 or 90, depending. Like, you'll have to experiment a bit with this. If you're rotate to -90 though, you can turn on bending, and you can bend your arm towards the inside of you. The reason I rotated it first is because if I didn't rotate the Z before I rotate the X or the Y or anything, the arm would bend the wrong way and it would look really weird. So just rotate the Z first if you want to do the bending correctly. If you don't want bends though, you don't need to turn on the bending or worry about the rotation. So once you have it bent and everything, you can do the other arm. So I'm going to quickly do the bending on these arms and get it done real quick. Okay, put this on 90. I accidentally unchecked the Z axis. I'm going to put it back on. Bend it slightly. Bend it. It's bending inside of me now, but don't worry, once I lift it up, it will make more sense. You can do the same with the legs, right? So once I take the right leg, I like to give it a little bit of a bend to make it look like he's not like stiff and straight with everything he does. So now I'm going to do the same thing with Hawk, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I'm going to get to the next part of making Minecraft characters doing actions and stuff. So you can exit out of the keyframe options now. And you have your Minecraft characters, right? But they're not holding anything. I want them to be holding something or doing something. So again, what you need to do is you have to click add. And I'm going to show you how to do with all of these pretty much. They're all the same way. You can add an item, and you can click on an item in here and it'll add it. This is what I'm going to use, but first I'm going to show you some other things. You can add a block. When you add a block, you can click block here and type in the name of it. say you want wood, you can put wood, click whatever type of wood you want, this type of wood, this type of wood, whatever type of wood object you want, wood planks. And then you can add a keyframe to it, and you can move it around, do whatever you want, you know, same as normal. And that'll make it disappear so that it won't appear in your thumbnail. So, you can also add special blocks, like a chest. There's several different blocks in here. These are blocks that are not shaped like normal cubes. That's why they're special blocks. There's scenery, which you can add your own Minecraft world into this. I wouldn't recommend doing that, though, for like thumbnails and stuff. Maybe if you make an animation, but not for thumbnails. You can also add a light, which I sometimes use, but it's kind of annoying because this light icon always appears on the thumbnail. So I usually have the light turned off, because it adds only a little effect, and it doesn't really help that much. So here, I'm going to turn off the light. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what to do with the items. So I'm going to add another item, right? And I'm going to make it a diamond sword. If I scroll down, this is where the item is, item 2. I'll make another keyframe. I can drag it, and you can work with it the same way as you do with the characters. Other than the bending. The items don't have bending. You can put it in his hand and make it look like he's holding it. If it doesn't look like it's the right size, you can click on scale, resize it, maybe make it slightly smaller so it makes more sense. See, now he's holding a diamond sword. What I'm going to do with my characters, I'm going to add an item, but it's going to be a bow instead. And it has all types of bows in here. I'm going to have one that's completely drawn back. So if I make another keyframe, I can rotate it and move it into my arms, right? This is the longest part of making a thumbnail, by the way, for Minecraft. But it's well worth it because it makes it look so much better. So when I drag it up, I have the bow in his arms. I'm going to scale it down slightly again because it would make more sense if it was slightly smaller, I feel like. So now I have a bow. Okay, there we go. Now I have a bow, and what you can do is, if you want to make it more, you can add more characters and change the model for them. Like you can add a villager, you can add silverfish, you can add a slime. It has all sorts of monsters from Minecraft, but for thumbnails, I would recommend not putting too many things, because once you add too many images in, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on in a thumbnail. It's best to keep it brief and make it simple. So this is my thumbnail right now. Right? So if I can drag it around, I'm going to slightly move, and we can see that it looks pretty good in my opinion. The green background is going to act like a green screen, so what you need to do is, on Windows, I'm not sure exactly how to do this on Mac, but on Windows, you come with a program called Snipping Tool, right? If you can't find it in here, it comes with all Windows computers. So I'm pretty sure you can also find a download online, but any type of screenshotting tool, it doesn't have to be Snipping Tool, anything that can take screenshots. But open up the Snipping Tool, and this is what I use, and then if it doesn't already have it on New, click New, and then drag to where you have your characters, and make sure you get the whole thing. File, Save As, to Desktop, and save it as anything TN, I like to call it TN for thumbnail. So now you can close out a Minimator. It may give you a little black screen, it does that quite a lot for me. Don't worry, it's not broken. Now, I'm on my desktop right now, and you can open up TN, or whatever your image is called, in paint.net. Click the magic wand tool, click the green screen, and you see it's picking up a bit of the diamond sword, right? It always does that for me when I do a diamond sword type thing. If it doesn't work correctly, just try clicking around at the darker parts of the green or the lighter parts. And if that doesn't work, if there's something green in your drawing that isn't really working correctly, then you can put white lines around it using the line tool, and then select it and delete the green. And then you can try to remove the white lines. It's kind of confusing, but I might go over that later. So clear out all the green, and then you can click on the select the pixel tool, the move selected pixels. Click on it, Control C to copy it, and then make another layer and put it below everything, and press Control V. You can drag it, and there we go. You can see that my characters are very big, easy to see in a thumbnail. So whenever I hit enter, there it is, that's them. What I'd recommend doing is clicking this rectangle tool, the rectangle selector, and drag it under wherever it's in the Minecraft icon, drag it all the way below that, and delete like the feet for these guys, because otherwise it'll stick out down here. And I know, why did we do all those bends in the legs when we're not going to show it in the thumbnail? Because sometimes you will show it in the thumbnail, depending on what type of thumbnail you want. And it's better to be safe than sorry, than to just cut out the legs and realize you need it later. So yeah, this is how I make my thumbnails. You can add all sorts of different designs. Like you can put the Minecraft logo at the top, put the characters at the bottom, or you can have no Minecraft logo or put it in the corner or something, and have these characters take up the whole screen. But I just like to make it like this because it's simple. It tells what the video is. It tells what the game is. Gives you a little cool image to look at to give you an idea on what it is. Like this would show that it's a PvP minigame, I would assume, or maybe some type of survival game. So, you finally have all of this done. What's missing? The background. So, what you need to do to make the background is, or what I do to make the background is, I like to open Minecraft. I use the magic launcher, but I like to open Minecraft and go in whatever game you're playing. If it's survival, if it's a survival world you're doing, a survival series, log on to your survival world and take a screenshot. Or if it's a minigame, log on to whatever server or whatever map you're playing the minigame on, and take a screenshot of the map. I like to do that with survival games. You can get into a game quickly, just take a screenshot. Or whenever you're recording a game, in the middle of your recording, you can just take a quick screenshot if you want, just for the thumbnail. It really helps. So now I have my Minecraft open pretty much, as soon as this Mojang screen goes away. And I'm going to take a screenshot, and I'm going to be back whenever the screenshot's already taken, and I'm going to show you how to put it into your thumbnail. Once you have your screenshot taken, then you have to find it. So open up your documents, wherever it may be. You can press start, click documents, and at the top, type in %appdata %. This will bring you to the .minecraft folder. Open that, go to screenshots, and I took a nice screenshot here of a beach island. If I open that up, you can see that it looks pretty good. It's a world I had. I did a video on it. I haven't uploaded it yet though, but you'll see. And it looks pretty good. Just a quick tip, just press F1 whenever you take the screenshot so that it doesn't show your hotbar and doesn't show your hand sticking out the side. That way it looks better for thumbnails, because trust me, if it shows your arm in it, it won't be good for thumbnails. So I'm going to move it to my desktop to make it easier. Now open back up paint.net, click open, and on your desktop, where it shows the screenshot, open it, click on it with the move selected pixels tool, click, press Ctrl C to copy, go back to your thumbnail area, create a new layer, put it underneath everything, press Ctrl V, and keep canvas size, otherwise it will resize this whole thumbnail and it will mess everything up. So click keep canvas size whenever it asks you, and you can drag the image down so that it fits and covers up all the checkerboard pattern. As you can see, it looks pretty good. However, you see it interferes kind of with your character here. To reduce that, I like to click Effects, Blurs, and I like to blur the background, kind of. I usually put it around 15, so you can still kind of tell what's going on in the background, but it covers this up best. And I'm going to do a little optional thing. You don't have to do this, but this makes it even more easy to see this drawing here. So I would duplicate the layer with your Minecraft characters, select all the outside, and then including inside the bow, press Ctrl and click in order to select other pieces without deselecting what you already chose with the magic wand. Click the rectangle select, hold down Ctrl, hold down right click, and drag it across. And it will only select your drawing here. So what I do is I go back to the line tool, and I'm sure you can tell what I'm doing now. Get the white line again, and drag it all the way across. Make sure you cover it up completely in white. Once it's covered up in white, then you can click Effects, Blurs, Gaussian Blur, and I can once again put it on 5. That's probably what I'm going to do, because 5 gives it a little very thin line. I sometimes change it though, put it 10, 12, however thick you want your line to be. You can now move the layer down, duplicate it several times, and merge it back down, just like I did for the text. So, as you can tell, the white border is appearing, and it's much easier to tell the difference between my Minecraft characters and the background, right? There's all sorts of little effects you can do in paint.net too, other than what I'm showing you. That's for you guys to figure out. I've done all sorts of other things other than these types of thumbnails. I've done many different drawings in Paint.net with different styles and everything. Like, for example, I can go back in here, and instead of looking for Minecraft logo, I can look up for light rays PNG, and it will have something. It can have something like this or this. I like something like this. If you open this up, you can save image. This could add another little effect to your thumbnail. So when I go back to desktop, I can open the light rays, do the same thing, select it, copy it, and I would open up a layer right above the background, but below your Minecraft characters. Press V, and it's very thin. It's a very thin little thing. You can't really tell too much, but whenever it's zoomed in, you can see it a lot better. And there's little light rays coming out the back. I'm gonna change the color to something brighter so it's easier to see. So if I come back in here, there's different colors of light rays and stuff. I'm gonna pick one like this one right here. So if I select this one, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done with this. As you can tell, now it looks a lot better with the brighter color of this light rays background. And you may notice some little things that are a bit off with this thumbnail, such as if I zoom in, there are these little black lines sticking out the back and up at the top there. And in the text, there's some little black lines sticking out. That's due to the magic wand tool not working perfectly, but you don't have to worry about those, because when someone shows you a thumbnail, or when a thumbnail's in a video, it appears from a distance like this, or like this, around here. You can tell that it says thumbnail tutorial, Minecraft, has the image, has the rays. However, you cannot really see the black lines that are annoying and sticking out the sides. It doesn't look too bad. So, this is the thumbnail completed. And what I'm going to do now is click File, Save As. Save it to desktop, and type in whatever you want to name it. Thumbnail for tutorial. So, I named it thumbnail for tutorial. You can save it as a Paint.net image, which I like to do first. That way, if you made a mistake, and you realize it after looking at the JPEG, you can come back and fix it. But save it as a JPEG. Okay. Put it whatever quality you want. I sometimes put it highest, but if you YouTube has a limit to the amount of the size of the file, and if you put it the highest quality, sometimes it will be too big. So I keep it at 95 most of the time. You don't have to flatten it either. Actually, no, you do have to flatten it. You have to flatten it in here. Click flatten, and when it flattens it, it'll put it as one image here, one layer. You can fix that and put it back in multiple layers by pressing Ctrl and Z. That will undo it and put it back like this, but it will still save it onto the desktop as a JPEG. So here's the JPEG file. It looks pretty good, and in a video it will be much more zoomed out, so it'll look a lot better. So there you have it. That is how you make a thumbnail, Minecraft based thumbnail for videos on YouTube. If you guys found this tutorial helpful in any way whatsoever, then I'd appreciate a subscribe. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you later. Bye.